exhausted. Oh my goodness.
All right, we're live, Kev. So
We're live.
don't say nothing to embarrass us.
Oh wow. Thanks for the warning. Thanks for the warning. You know I'll do so.
uh, all right. Thank you, everyone. We just had a scare. Tiffany and I were on. We were talking, and the lights at my house went out for like 10 seconds.
Turn
And,
off the lights.
oh my god, I was over here
I
crapping.
was thinking call and pay his bills, man. It's like, oh, we gotta take a collection up.
Not Carl.
We gotta put a cash app up for Carl.
Get a GoFundMe going. Get a GoFundMe to pay
Let's
Carl.
get a sense of money in this bad boy.
Yeah. How you doing, Tiffany?
I'm good. I'm good. Taking it easy. Everything is good. God is good. Queen Mother's doing good. How are both of you doing?
I'm good.
I'm good, man. I'm glad. Just got back home. Glad to be home.
Yeah.
Traveling again. So,
Where were you, Kev?
I was in a place called Utica, New York, man, which is way upstate, man. Way upstate.
Is
Yeah.
that a jail city? Jail city, Utica. I know a couple of people that's up in Utica, New York, in the
I
jail.
stopped by and said hello to your relatives while I was here, Tiff. I said, hey,
Hey, Utica! Shout
Tiff said,
out to the
what's up? She see
big
y'all
behind
she
bars.
see y'all in 10 years. You know what? I think it is a prison thing. The lady I had on stage helping me out said she was a prison guard. So yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's a weird town, man. I mean, all upstate New York is prison though. You know, when I was a kid, we always used to hear the term "you're going upstate." You know, and I'm like, what did that mean? I never knew what that mean. But now when I moved to New York, I understand what that means because all the prisons are upstate.
All of
You
them
know,
up in New upstate, yeah.
upstate New York. Yeah.
All right. So we want to welcome everyone. We're here again on another Sunday. Welcome. I see Nicole Coates has checked in. Jeff
Hi,
Short
sister.
has checked in. What's up, Jeff? I think Jeff's the one in Mississippi. Uh,
Hey. Jeff,
yeah.
are you
Sorry,
okay? Are you okay, Jeff? Because
sorry about
Mississippi is
that.
crazy out there. No.
Yeah. So please like, share, subscribe. Before I go, Tiffany, can you do me the honors, please?
We do not own the rights to this content. It's fair use only, and it's for educational purposes. This is our opinions only, and everything is alleged.
What
Jeff says he's okay.
legend? Okay.
Yes. So today we have a couple of topics we're going to tackle tonight. Of course, the main one, should America take care of its own before helping the migrants? A lot of Black people are very upset. Feels like that. You know what's funny is like, how come we can find money all of a sudden, right? It's like we don't have any money. We can't help the homeless. We can't help people who are struggling for housing and people who have no jobs. We don't
Health,
have money.
yes.
Boom! All of a sudden now, New York has spent what $3 billion so far on migrants.
And
Billion.
they out there whooping cops' asses and
Yeah.
not getting shot, stabbed, or tasered.
Chicago is going crazy in Chicago. Same thing. You know.
Wow.
We're also going to talk about Black celebrities for Trump. A lot of Black celebrities are going for Trump. Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, Waka Flocka. I don't know who that is, but I'm assuming it's a rapper. Lil Wayne, Sexy Red, Kanye West. All the rappers seem to go for Trump. None of the like R&B people seem to go for Trump.
They're not going to say anything. They know their place.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk Black celebrities for Trump. Also, we had a couple of passings that we truly admired, like Joe Madison. A lot of people might not know.
Rest in peace.
I
That's
know
Kev people.
yes, and Carl Weather from the Rocky films.
Yes,
Man,
Creed.
legendary
Right.
Carl Weathers and legendary Joe Madison. They both were legends in their
Yes.
field, man.
God
Yeah.
bless
So
them.
we're gonna show some love to those two brothers. So we're gonna show off. We got to kick this show off with obviously the migrant issues. So buckle up, folks. Here we go.
Good. It's gonna get crazy.
Why is every immigrant that comes to America find their way into the Black community to build their empire, their American dream on the Black nightmare? So we have got to change that reality.
How are immigrants living off Black Americans? Please tell me. A lot of immigrants, including undocumented ones, come to this country with nothing, literally nothing. And yet their tax contributions to this country is still greater than that of Black Americans. While Americans in general are waiting for handouts, talking about being oppressed because their college tuition isn't paid for, you got immigrants from all over the world, from every race, coming to America, being more successful than the average American, simply because they're not waiting for handouts. They're happy with just the ability to work. Most immigrants are just looking for an opportunity and they make the most of it.
All right, I got a couple more videos to show, but this narrative where people always say Black Americans are waiting for handouts, I don't know why people keep, but we're gonna get into it. You know, I'm sure you guys are gonna, you know, have some stuff to say about that. But this thing where Black Americans are waiting for handouts is such bullshit.
Don't equal to live fucking here. And I've been here my whole fucking because I can yell. Because I can yell. Because I can yell. And I'm fucking angry. That's why.
I hear you. I do hear you.
So why can't I get in the fucking building?
Because you can't get in right now. No one can go in.
Why? Where's the mayor at? Y'all, these fucking towns are fucking sham, yo. It's all about fucking money. It's a fucking money grab. Y'all give a fuck about the motherfuckers that was born and fucking raised here. Y'all raised the fucking rent so fucking high. Can't afford to live here, but y'all gonna bring some other motherfuckers here? That doesn't fucking add up. It doesn't make no fucking sense. None. None. I'm fucking homeless. I work a full-time job, 40 hours, and can't pay to live here. How the fuck are y'all gonna bring somebody else here? Don't make no fucking sense. None.
All right, so that brother was upset because there's a recreational center in Boston and he can't use it. Apparently, he uses it, I guess, to take a shower because he's kind of homeless, but he has a full-time job and he tried to use a recreational center, but they got migrants in there, so he wasn't happy. So we're gonna keep going here with some videos. So these are the Chicago people.
Because we are done with the Democratic Party.
Tensions are rising in Chicago against the migrants and the Democratic Party.
Who are those people? Do you know them? Can you guarantee our safety? We call the police, but the police don't show up like 30, 40 minutes late. At that time, the person already gone for their crime they do.
With safety and financial concerns, they no longer support President Biden.
And the Democratic Party here in this city, in this state, and in this country is not supporting us. The Biden has shown us what they think about the Black community all over this country.
Americans are outraged as Chicago has spent $320 million on migrants this year and asking for another $150 million to build a park community for them, while Chicago City closed 50 community schools due to lack of funds.
But now you found money for the migrants. Oh, excuse me, not migrants, because what they are is illegal foreign nationals.
More than 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Do you think it's fair how our tax money is being spent, and should it go to Americans first?
All right, so people I got one more video, but people are ready to kick the Democratic Party to the curb because of the immigrant situation. But I don't know, just because one item is bad in the store, you're gonna close down the whole store. But we're gonna get into it.
You're American Indian?
No.
You came from where?
I came from America.
You came from America? That's
Yeah.
where your ancestors came from?
My question for you.
That's where your ancestors came from?
I don't know where my ancestors came from. My question for
came
you,
to
sir.
this country from
You're the mayor of New
somewhere.
York City and you're spending millions of taxpayer dollars to send them. You didn't answer my question. Why? How can you justify spending all that money to send? Are you just making it not your problem?
The same way your ancestors came here, that is how others are coming here.
So Mayor Adams is saying, immigrants have been coming to this country for hundreds of years. So these immigrants are no different. Pretty much is what he's saying to that guy. But like I said, we're going to definitely get into it. All right, where's the video I'm looking for? I'm looking for a video. Okay. All right, folks, here we go.
And I'm black, y'all.
and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black. I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety black, black.
Blackity black, 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 y'all. I remember that.
I love that scene.
All
That
right,
was
folks, here we
amazing.
go.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. We in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We're giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go.
what's up? What's up? What is up? So
What's up, fam? How y'all doing?
the first video where Mr. Louis Farrakhan talked about immigrants coming to this country and doing better than the actual Black Americans that are in here, and they're getting more help. And then that one girl that came on and said they're not waiting for handouts like Black Americans do. I've heard that from the time I came to this country. This is the truth. I've heard that from the time I came to this country. Black Americans don't want to work. They just want to be on welfare. They just sit at home waiting for handouts.
Yeah, that's that white propaganda that they put out there about us. We don't want handouts. We worked hard for everything that we did, extra hard. And we worked for free for at least a couple of 100 years. And we still working for free because we're not even getting paid properly to pay our bills. We're killing ourselves to work, to pay bills. People, is too much. I can't take it. We're not waiting for handouts. We want what's deserved to us.
Yeah,
I
Kevin.
agree, 100%. I'm you know, those videos are very hard to watch. They're powerful. They hurt, you know, because everybody's making so much good sense, you know. And I learned from this show. I always tell people this is our show, but we learned from this show, you know. Like I came in trying to be open minded about this whole immigrant thing and trying to look at it from, you know, me. I always take my different turns and on the show than everybody else. You know, it's just who I am. But I can't even argue this one, you know. Like, and that's I mean, it's from the human aspect part of it. I feel for them. I feel for these women and children who are coming over. They're traveling in all sorts of bad weather conditions, and they're losing their lives. They're drowning in these waters, swimming over here, and you know, for the human part of it, we're all humans. At the end of the day, we're all humans. We're all. I don't care what your language is, your color is, or where you're gonna. We're all got to go to the toilet and poop, and we all got to eat to stay alive. And we all got to drink water, and we're all gonna die. And we all die most likely all gonna be put into a box and put in the ground, right? So I just think that from the human part of it, we're all humans. These are
But do
human
they
beings.
feel like that for us?
No, they don't.
Okay, and that's
Yeah,
what hurts.
they don't, and that's
Because
the
we
problem. That is a problem. But that, as you said earlier, is propaganda. So they don't feel that way for us. Uh, they're here to survive, and we're here to survive. We just I think we can learn from these people a little bit because their survival is like. I mean, I take that back. What I just said. We have survived. We've gone through a lot. I mean, we've gone through slavery, we've gone through Jim Crow,
they
and we're
riding
still
off of
and we're
us.
still here. Yeah, they're riding off of us. So yeah, I correct myself on that one, Tiff. So yeah, they are.
I was about to jump through the phone.
But our government is allowing this to happen, right?
Yes.
And this is not a, you know, I'm not here to protect Biden. I'm kind of pissed off at him at some things. Also, you know, you know, I don't ride and adopt Democrats. I just try to pick the lesser of the two evils. But you know, like Carl said. you don't shut down the store because one thing is bad. The milk is bad on aisle 6, don't mean the bread is bad on aisle 11. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So the Democrats got some shit with them,
Yeah.
But everybody's argument is, every time Biden administration fails at something, I'm voting for Trump. And I think that's a lack of being uneducated is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, that
And
just
there's a
means
lot of
you're not educated enough on facts or on what's going on. So you just say automatically I'm voting for Trump because Biden pissed me off the other day. Like, oh, my wife pissed me off, so I want a divorce. Like, no, we're gonna work at this. Right? We'll try to work this out. Right? We're not gonna just run the
right.
divorce court because we have an argument. Right?
Right.
So I just think that I think the Democrats have their immigration policy is not working. Is Trump the answer? Uh,
No, I don't think so.
we already know what he's going to do when he gets in office. He's going to send all these people back because that definitely something that's his base wants anyway. But it doesn't stop with them. Once he finished with them,
They back on us.
our ass is next in line. And that's what people that go, I'm voting for Trump. They don't seem to realize that it's a domino effect. It starts with the immigrants and the legal immigrants. But then once he has got the immigrant and he's going to do a Muslim ban like he did before, and all brown people is out of this country, and he's going to do what he said he's going to do, right? But then when that's over, then he goes after the black people. He started putting policies in place to affect African Americans. And then what you're going to do? Because it's too late now. Because now he is the most powerful man in the world again. And he has the power to do all the things that his base wants you to do. And we already know who his base is. You know, so we got to
What they
figure this
gonna
out.
do? What they
We
gonna
got
do
to figure
about
this out.
them now? Because they kind of out of order. I'm sorry. I saw that video of
Right,
them with the cops and stuff. Listen, us black people get killed from running from the cops.
right.
They jumped the cops, kicking them and all of that. And
And let me
I
say
don't
this real quickly.
understand.
Tiff. Yeah, you get back to your point. It's good. Um, Okay, so the immigrants beat the cops up, right?
Right.
And Michael Rappaport, comedian, actor, Michael Rappaport, everybody know who he is. White guy, real outspoken. Carl, you know Michael Rappaport, right?
I know.
Comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on his page and on TikTok going crazy, talking about he's now voting for Trump because of the immigrants, and he hates Trump
Yeah.
with a passion. But now he says, I'm voting for Trump now because Biden, these immigrants beat the cop. Now I'm going Trump. But here, now, didn't we see on January 6th a few years ago, white men beating cops?
Yes, yes. That's not. I'm not voting for Trump for that.
So
I
that's
want
what
to
I'm
know what's
saying.
going on with
So
the
everybody
system
who's saying,
now.
oh, I'm voting for Trump because immigrants beat this cop up in New York City. Have we forgotten what happened on January 6th a
No,
couple of years
I
ago?
never forget January 6th. I'm
So
sorry.
Michael
That was
Rappaport, if
ridiculous.
you're watching this show, or you see a YouTube of this show, can you contact us and answer how all of a sudden Trump is righteous when it comes to cops?
Can I tell you guys something? You got anybody? Can you guys guess how many Ukrainians America has taken in since the war started with Russia? How many Ukrainians to the U.S.? Take a guess.
I'm gonna go and say 6 million.
No, it's not that high.
No,
It's not that high. It's higher than 100,000.
how many?
I believe it. I
It's higher
believe
than
it.
100,000.
And
Wow.
they came in on the down low. And the only way why they came in on the down low is because they are white.
271,000 Ukrainians.
Yeah. They came in because they was white. Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yes, that's a lot.
And they came to you know, I do my fashion show. One year we had, I think last year, the year before last, it was nothing but a lot of Ukrainian models, hairstyle. I couldn't believe it. I was like, where they came from? They just came out of nowhere. Yeah. And we didn't even know they was here. But you know, when the Mexicans, the Haitians, all of them, and Salvadorians, you know, when they coming in, they let you know. It's all over TV.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's crazy. It's crazy, you know, and
123,000 migrants. So it's 123,000 migrants, but 271,000 Ukrainians have came in, which is almost double.
They needed some more white people on their rosters. No.
You know, but where I mean, they must have put them up somewhere nice or some, you know what I mean? Like they have to be in somebody's neighborhood, right? But
yeah, probably not in the neighborhoods we, you know, around, but they there because you know,
white, so they blend in. You know, they
Mhm.
blend in. You know what I mean? But you put some brown immigrants in a white neighborhood, of course, everybody's gonna go crazy. You know, nobody wants to hire them. You know,
no, they do want to hire. Some of them do want to hire them because they work for cheaper prices.
that is true. That is true. But you know, but we have 271 versus 100, and you know, so I'm sure the fact that the migrants are brown, you know, that
They brown, yeah, they brown, they Asian, they black. They're a mixture of a mixture of a whole different. It's a mixture.
Yeah,
All
so
different cultures.
yeah, so I mean, I'm sure those, like I said, those Ukrainian immigrants are probably in white neighborhoods. They have to be in white neighborhoods. They're not in black neighborhoods, so the only other neighborhoods are white neighborhoods. But like I said, the white people are not saying anything because they're blending in and they seem to be keeping a low profile. I don't know if they put them up. It didn't seem like they, excuse me, put them up at hotels.
Mhm.
I'm not sure where they are.
I heard they putting them in schools now. Like certain schools have to shut down or go back to homeschooling, or they have to do half of it. It's a lot of stuff going on. And like you said, it's a problem with the immigration, whatever's going on. Like I said, you want people to have somewhere to go. Like you said, we have empathy and we have sympathy for others because we're black. We know how it feels, you know. But when you come over here and you're being rude, nasty, and you don't respect us as black people, because a lot of them don't respect us. You understand? I don't like that. We not against y'all. You understand what I'm saying? And don't come for us. But like I said, it's the propaganda they got against us to look at us as bad people, and we're not. Because if it wasn't for us, nobody would be over here doing what they doing now.
That is true, but then if it's propaganda, it means it's not their fault that they fell for the okey doke. Also, right? I
No,
mean,
it's
because
not their
they're
fault.
big. It's a brainwashing thing. It's a you know, it's a brainwash thing that they go through. They're taught to not like us. You know, the biggest thing that they ever, you know, the white man ever did, basically, to be blunt about it, was divide and conquer. You know, like you don't want the Hispanics and the blacks to be one because I mean that's the one reason we have all of these different, you know, made up constructs. You know, I mean, it shouldn't be all these different colors anyway. The reason there is, I mean, you know, black, and because if you look at, for example, a lot of Hispanics, if they could actually put on their driver's license white, they would,
Or how
because
about if
nobody,
they do?
because they don't want to be black. Nobody wants to be black, is what I'm saying. No,
No.
so because they already know what we went through, so they don't want to be black anyway. You
Yeah.
know.
Well, back in the day, remember, you guys remember back in the day, the Asians were on the same level as black people. America didn't want the Chinese or the Japanese as well as it didn't want the black people. You know, they treated all the same way.
Yep.
And the Chinese and the Japanese sued the American government so they can identify as white. They didn't sue for equal rights. They just sued. They were fighting hard to be identified as white people. So they didn't want to be, you know, they didn't want to be associated with black people. They just wanted to be, you know, on
Their
the,
own race. It's
yeah.
all right because we don't. Y'all come from us anyway. Did y'all see y'all noses?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So 50 Cent. So I mean, this 50 Cent said that maybe it's time we vote for Trump because maybe Trump. So here's
Joe Biden has continued to come under fire, with the latest person to complain about the president being rapper 50 Cent.
Go, 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 go.
50 took to Instagram, sharing an article slamming Biden for heading to the beach amidst a number of major issues impacting the president, including the Middle East conflict and chaos around Congress. In the post, liked by more than 150,000 people, 50 Cent said, "Hey Joe, get the f*** up, we in trouble, man." It comes after it was revealed Biden spent at least 300 of his first 1,000 days in the White House either in Delaware or on holiday. Does Biden need another break?
that was.
Did anybody else see what 50 Cent had to say about Mayor Eric Adams on Instagram? WTF, Mayor Adams, call my phone. I don't understand how this works. Somebody explain. I'm stuck. Maybe Trump is the answer. And for anybody confused why he might have said that on Instagram, let me explain it. So New York City is actually launching a program, a $53 million program that's going to hand out prepaid credit cards to migrant families. Now, isn't that just the sweetest thing for Mayor Eric Adams to do when he has over 100,000 homeless Americans living on his street right now? Let's take a deeper look into the article to see where your tax dollars are really going. So this program is going to start with a group of 500 migrant families in short-term hotel stays and will replace the current food services offered. And yes, they can use these cards at convenience stores. That means they could be potentially buying alcohol and tobacco with this money. The amount on each card will vary depending on the size of the family and whether any income is coming in. A family of 4, for instance, could be provided nearly $1,000 each month, which comes out to about $35 per day for food. So, next time you see a guy like this, a homeless U.S. citizen sleeping on the streets of New York, just remember that there is someone out there who just entered this country and is staying at a 5-star hotel and receiving $1,000 a month.
I mean, is it that bad? To jump ship, to leave the Democratic Party behind and just go for Trump because of this one thing? Is it that devastating?
You said for Trump or just for the Republican Party? Because it's a difference. It's a difference. You know, are you going to jump from being a Democratic to a Republican because you don't like what the Democrats is doing, or you just going because you want to go for Trump? Because I don't know.
I mean, so
I think 50 Cent is saying Trump is the answer. But all Republicans right now, all the major Republicans have endorsed Trump already. So all the guys that he's talked about called their wives ugly, said they were bad people, and Trump, hit below the belt with all these insults. He said, "Ted Cruz, your wife is ugly." Ted Cruz just endorsed Donald Trump. So everybody has endorsed. Everybody has endorsed Donald Trump except for Nikki Haley. But as soon as she get out of the race,
yeah,
and she will be in a few weeks, she's going to endorse Donald Trump. You think she's going to all the bad things she's saying about Trump on the campaign trail right now? As soon as they tell her it's time to drop out, there's no path forward. Watch as she's going to endorse Donald Trump for president.
I mean, if let's say Trump gets in office and he deports all the immigrants, all the migrants back to their countries, problem solved? I mean, is that going to fix all the problems that
No, we got more problems than the migrants. Shit.
Exactly. So 50 Cent and Michael Rappaport, that's it. It's just I get it, man. I understand why people are pissed off, especially Black America, about this. But that's to me, it's still not a reason to vote for Trump. I mean, it's one
That's
problem
not
out of
making me vote for
it's
him.
one problem out of all the problems that we have. There's a lot of problems that affect the Black community. This is just one, and who knows if Trump can fix this problem too? Does he fix the problem? We don't know.
Yeah,
Can this problem be fixed?
But what about our local officials? They are supposed to help too, aren't they? The messengers before they get to Trump, don't they have to go out there and help their community first? We need to get on the local officials.
Well, a lot. Speaking of local officials, a lot of governors, Republican governors, are the ones that's busing these migrants to democratic cities,
Look,
by the way.
save me this.
So Abbott, Governor Abbott out of Texas, he's putting all these immigrants on buses and sending them to New York City. So because he don't want them in Texas, so he's sending them to Democratic-run cities. So now
So
it's
why
a
they can't go
Democratic
to
now.
Idaho or
So now it's a
something?
Democratic
Kansas,
problem. It's a Democratic. You know,
Alaska.
we have enough space in this country and enough money in this country to build communities for these people if we really wanted to. I
What
mean,
about us?
what we have community. Aren't you in a house right now?
Yeah, but
I'm in a house.
we need better health care. We need better we
No,
need better schooling.
you're not listening to what I'm saying, Tiff. I'm not saying that we don't need these things. I'm saying they're sending these people. These people are here. They're already over the border. So you got one choice, right? Two choices. You to put them all back on buses, take them all back to the fence, throw them over the barbed wire fence, back into the water, and say good riddance. Or now that they're here, something has to be done. You just can't let them run around, walk around the streets of New York City. I mean, how many of them? How many? Carl, you have a number on how many?
Didn't he say is how many is here?
How many?
Yeah,
Migrants is here.
what's the number on the migrants? You know offhand, Carl?
123,000.
Wow, that's a lot. So 123,000 people are now in New York City. That's just New York City, right? That's not the whole. That's not the whole country. That's New York City.
I think that might. I didn't. Let me check.
Yeah, I think that might be just New York City alone. Yeah.
Why they don't go to Kansas, Idaho, North Dakota,
Because
Alaska?
those are Democrat, those are Republican-run places, right? And
See,
Republicans
that's
aren't.
not right. That's not right.
But yeah,
You know what?
Republicans aren't going to take them. They're kicking them. That's why they're putting them on buses, and they're sending them
Oh,
to
because we're a sanctuary
Democratic-run
state.
Democratic-run places. So
Yeah, they call it sanctuary states or something like that.
no, they call it states that's run by Democrats.
You know what I find interesting is like all these black rappers who are for Trump, and Mike Tyson. He's also on there. He's supporting Trump also.
Yes.
I'm not surprised.
They are like. I mean, they don't seem to care about good schools. They don't seem to care about
No, that's not their struggle.
Jobs, but
That's
people
not their struggle.
getting jobs. They don't seem to care about the interest rate, so people can buy a house.
No, they don't care about those things.
They're like, oh, Trump likes me. Trump said good stuff about me. Trump freed my pardon one of my friends who was in jail, and that's what you're gonna go on. You're gonna elect a president because you let one of your freaking gangster buddies out
Yes,
of jail?
Snoop Dogg is going to do that. Snoop Dogg
All of these people
is
are
now
run
down with
by
Donald
the
Trump.
man. They are run by the dollar. They are run by the money. You think they've been like this for years. Trump has been in the rap industry for years. Them same people that saluted him, they were in his videos. They rapped about him. They ate with him. They chilled with him. Listen, I'm not surprised. When you sent that, I was like, oh, I'm not surprised. They rich people. They don't worry about the little stuff that we go through because they don't have those struggles. You
Snoop
understand? They
Dogg's
only
net
worried
worth.
about their money, their ends, their wins.
Snoop Dogg's net worth is 160 million.
Well,
50 Cent's net worth is 40 million. And Mike Tyson is worth 12
rich
million.
people roll with
Yeah.
rich people.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
it. I'm not
They don't-
surprised. I'm not surprised. You don't see Denzel out there saying Trump, Trump, Trump. You understand what I'm saying? Those people are paid to do all of that. They'll do anything for a mighty dollar.
Trump said he loves the uneducated. He's absolutely right.
because he can control them.
Exactly. All right, here's Mike Tyson.
I don't like the way this stuff is going, right? But I like Donald Trump. Donald Trump stood up for me when they talked bad about me, and people said, "What do you think about this convicted rapist?" Said he was for you. He responded. And he said, "I'm a." He accepted my vouching for. He accepted that and said, Mike is my friend, and I respected that.
Mm-hmm. It's hard not to.
And I couldn't. I listened. And he said things, and people went against him, and black people went against him, and I understand that too. Some of the things that went on and why they were upset.
With you, in regards to you?
No, with regards to black people in general.
Right.
All the stuff, Charlottesville and everything. But listen, you look at a guy like me, where I came from, all the felons I got. This guy's president. He's a nominee. He's just a campaign. He's not president yet, but he's just campaigning. He says all these, cool things. I like Mike Tyson. He likes me. We're both, it's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's campaign. And then what am I going to say? Fuck him. He's a racist pig. I can't find myself to say that.
Right.
I can't say that.
Right.
I can't say that.
Right.
I'm not going to be one of those guys to say that.
Right. And if people are like, well, Mike is fucking bugging, Mike's just saying,
I can't say that. I can't listen. A lot of my people from my community turns against me, turn their back on me for my rape conviction. I don't want to.
Today in Upside Down World, guess what? Snoop Dogg says he has nothing but love and respect for Donald Trump. Completely 180 from what he did in 2017, where he talked about how much he hated Trump, so much so that he made a music video where he shot Trump in the head. Now, 2024, he's out here talking about how much he loves, respects Donald Trump, and about how he pardoned one of his buddies from prison and all that. Just singing the praises of Donald Trump. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we are now seeing a reversal of people who once hated Trump are now starting to realize how good he was as a president and how good he was as a person. More of it. We're going to see more of this in 2024. We're going to see more of this from the black community. You're going to see more of this from all the minorities across the board, and I'm here for all of it.
Snoop Dogg claims he's had a change of heart about Donald Trump. He ain't done nothing wrong to me, he told the Sunday Times. He has done only great things for me. He pardoned Michael Harris. That's one of Snoop's friends. But I regret that Snoop and other Trump-loving rappers conformed to the perception of rappers as self-centered, ill-informed, up for sale even. Back in the day when Trump was perceived as a rich philanderer and not a race-baiting fascist, men in rap would name-check him very often.
I'm Donald Trump in a white tee and white ones.
It's just sad that so many are being used to paper over his bigotry today. Because as a black man, I know the guy who attacked civil rights heroes, terrorized black election workers, accused black cities of election fraud, called black countries holes, encouraged police violence, and celebrated Confederate generals. So maybe he did nothing to you, Snoop, but he did plenty to us.
Now,
Thank you.
Here's Snoop Dogg. I think this was last year. Or...
Everything you stand for. You, Donald Trump, and everything you stand for. You, Donald Trump, and everything you stand for.
And now he's like, hey, Donald, I'm down.
Yeah.
Because he got his thug friend out of prison. His friend who I think was in prison. I believe he's in prison for drugs and shooting somebody. So, and Trump got him out of jail, pardoned him. So,
I mean,
the guy.
The video with Mike Tyson, he went on. I didn't play the whole thing. It was 3 minutes long. That was too long for me. But he said he had dinner with Donald Trump last week, like a couple of weeks ago. He was at Mar-a-Lago having dinner with Donald Trump. He said Trump is all nice to him.
Of course he is. You know what though, and Mike Tyson forgets. Tyson forgets. I'll beat his old ass. But anyway, Tyson forgets. Tyson forgets that black people never turned their back on him. So I don't know why he said that. Black people never turned their back.
Maybe the people that was around him, Kev, not the fans. It's probably the people that
So
were
his fans
around
always
in his
loved
circle.
him. I am a fan. When he had that show, that off-Broadway show, Mike Tyson had a one-man show.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
99% of the audience were black people, that came out to see the show. I mean, I have a Mike Tyson T-shirt over there.
No, I don't think it's you.
I'm a Mike Tyson fan. I love and root for Mike Tyson all the all the time. I root for him in life. Not, I mean, he's no longer a boxer. I root for success for whatever he's doing in his life. And because if you'd have asked somebody 15 years ago, they probably thought he wouldn't be here right now, right? So it's very disappointing because these guys forget about all the bad stuff that somebody like a Trump do, you know, and just okay, I'm riding with him because he did one nice thing. Like Hitler might have did something nice in his life, maybe, but but that don't mean Jewish people gonna ride with him, you know.
Listen, I'm not surprised that none of those characters, all those characters that's rooting for him, I'm not like, get out of here. I'm not surprised.
You think Jewish people would support a Hitler candy shop? You think Jewish people will go shop at a store?
No, they won't. You know that.
No matter how, yeah. So why is it? I don't understand because Trump has one good quality about him that they like. They're gonna forget everything else. They're gonna forget all the other stuff.
Yeah, because they got dirt up under their bag, under their table, and they can't judge him.
Makes us look so stupid, and I'm sure Trump's laughing. No wonder he keeps saying he loves the uneducated, because these are absolutely uneducated people. They're not educated on the full Donald Trump. Okay, so why he did that to get your vote? That's why you think Trump's stupid?
Snoop is riding high right now, and he's like crossed over to the mainstream. He's making big bank, and it's not even because of record sales. He's making bank because of endorsements and all the other stuff he's involved in. And I'm a Snoop fan. I mean, I've always been a Snoop fan. I think but I think there's other stuff that we don't know about. I think there's rumors that he was involved with Tupac's murder. There's just rumors, right? So.
Yeah,
But
Suge Knight is talking. Suge
Suge
Knight
is
is
talking,
talking a
and the
lot.
other guy is talking. The other guy they arrested is talking. So the FBI is probing into all this stuff, not just Diddy, but they're proving and
People dirt is coming out.
There's been stuff on like Snoop Dogg was involved in Tupac's murder or something like that. So of course you want to. If that's true, friending the guy that might be the next president of the United States is not a bad thing.
Bad guys run with bad guys.
We already know Trump will pardon his buddies, right? Look, it's all about politicians are politicians. It don't matter if you're Democrat or Republican. They're all going to come at the
And
black
Trump
people.
wasn't no politician. He was just a rich man fighting, trying to just get one up on somebody. That's just a rich man fight, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
he made me think about Bloomberg. Like, they just rich men sword fighting on who can get the best, who can be at the top, who can stay at the top. But he's not getting my vote.
But what do you think? There's not a lot of you don't see a lot of R&B singer out front the way you see rappers out front.
You're not going to hear them. That's not a part of you. Two things you don't talk about: politics and religion. Okay. So if they're not paying you, you're not going to say anything. So these R&B people are not getting paid to say any of these things. But I bet you if they get paid, I bet you
and also they're not that powerful.
Right.
Like if Pat LaBelle come out and go, "Hey, I'm voting for Trump," nobody gonna really give a shit. But because it's not a knock on Patty, she's a legend, she's great. But it's about power. Like for example, what's the white girl that's dating the football player right now? Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift.
They going crazy over that white girl.
Taylor Swift has power.
Yes.
Taylor Swift has, I think, like more Twitter followers than anybody right now in the world. I think she's the #1 Twitter person. I mean, Taylor Swift says vote for Trump. People are going to vote for Trump. If she said vote for Biden, all her followers are going to vote for Biden. You understand she's a Democrat too. But she has a lot of power. And R&B artists don't have a lot of power. You can't go and say, Bobby Brown come out and say, hey, I'm voting for Trump. Nobody really gonna care at that point, right? It's Bobby Brown. Nobody cares. He ain't got no power. But a person like Taylor Swift or a person like Snoop. Snoop has power because he has a lot of followers.
Beyonce too.
Beyonce is another person with power. I mean, got a lot of followers. But yeah, so it's a powerful thing. Trump understands that rappers have that power. Rappers have followers, people that listen to them, people that they influence people. You know how many people? I mean, Snoop and Dr. Dre basically made smoking weed mainstream. You know, it was an underground thing before the Chronic album came out. You know, it was something people. I mean, rappers have made everything mainstream. Sagging pants became mainstream. Mainstream.
Everything we touch turn
Everything,
to gold.
yeah, and everything we touch ain't good. Because
Yeah,
a
but
lot of these,
everything we touch, that's why you think they want money from us. We make them money.
a lot of these messages that rappers put out were negative. I mean, I'm talking about the gangster
Very
rap culture,
negative.
the gangster rap
Should
culture.
the rap industry pay us reparations for this bullshit?
Well, they got some responsibility on their hands, some blood on their hands. The rap
Yeah.
industry has some blood on their hands.
Yeah, especially with the shooting, the gang violence, and all of that stuff promoting this. And half these young men wasn't even gangsters. They ain't never even shot a gun or did any of this stuff, and they got themselves caught up or hurt or in jail or even killed.
People like Biggie and Tupac. They weren't gangsters.
Yeah.
They were gangsters on vinyl, and that's why they're
Vinyl, but
both.
not in real
And that's
life.
why they're both dead right now because they weren't gangsters, but they talk. I listened to Biggie today when I was driving home. You know, at a 4-hour drive down Interstate 90, coming down. Man, I'm listening to Biggie. You know, I love listening to Biggie, but I'm listening to the lyrics, and I know what I'm listening to is not good. You know,
But you was popping off there. I think he's more of a storyteller. I enjoyed the
he's a
storytelling.
storyteller. Yeah, he's a
He's a
storyteller.
storyteller.
But he was not a gangster, and Tupac was not a
No, he
gangster.
like you just wanted to,
Yeah,
ooh, 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 ooh.
yeah. I mean, he grew up around those people, probably those stories. He's a storyteller, just like guys who produce movies. You know, are storytellers. You don't have to be a gangster to do a gangster movie, right? You do a movie
Right,
about the mob, don't mean you're in the mob. So
right.
Biggie wasn't a gangster, but you know that portraying that you were a gangster got him in trouble. You know, and that's why he's no longer here, unfortunately. But yeah.
Gina is back. I just Gina.
Hey Gina, welcome
Hey,
back.
Gina. I was in Gina's neck of the woods, and she didn't come see my show uh, this weekend. It's all good, Gina.
Gina, is Gina still upstate? I think.
Yeah, I was upstate this weekend. I was actually in Gina's neighborhood. She did hit me up and asked me if I wanted to meet for coffee or something like that. And when I'm on the road, I didn't take advantage of my time to rest my body and sleep in my hotel. I don't really go out too much and hang out and bingo. You know, I stay in the hotel in the bed all day and just chill. So
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
So next time, Gina. So Gina says, first she says, "Hello, peeps." Is that a black thing, Gina? Are you speaking black? Hello, peeps.
It's Black History Month. She's allowed to be that.
She get a light skin pass for 25 days.
Sharon Gooden's checking in. Sharon said, "Good evening, everyone. President Trump separated children from their parents. It's going to be a repeat if he gets reelected. If he gets,
Facts. Amen to that.
they don't. But Snoop and they don't care. You know, all the people said they're voting for Trump. They don't care. They're voting for him on based for one issue, I guess, which is
and he only chose them because that's a fan base. He's trying to generate. He know what he's doing is marketing. He's very smart. We got to keep remembering who we dealing with.
Smart or the people he's marketing to very dumb.
Both. I'm telling you, he is not a dumb man.
Combination of both.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I liked his show when he was firing people because the shit that he was firing people for, I would have fired their ass too.
I watched The Apprentice. I used to watch The Apprentice.
Yeah,
you know,
The Apprentice was deep for me. That let me go into the mind of a white man running businesses and how he think. So a lot of the stuff, the choices that he was making, I would have made those choices. And also, he needs to do comedy. Y'all don't think he's funny?
I think
it's funny to me.
I'm not gonna deny when he did that joke about the coronavirus called Kung Flu. That was That was hilarious. They call him racist. They call him racist. They call him, but that one had me on the floor.
Wait a minute. They asked him about. I think they was going to change the name of an airport.
But that would make me vote for him though. But that was funny.
Yo, he's funny. Wait a minute. He said something about. They asked him. He was doing the interview, and they asked him. You want to change the name of the airport? He turned around and said, "What, you want to change it to Al Sharpton?" I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I can't do this. He was dead serious.
Yeah, he was funny. One reporter asked him, "Why do you keep calling it the Chinese virus?" He goes, "Because it's from China." That's why.
China.
Yeah, because it's from China. That's why I call it the Chinese virus.
He got dragged yesterday on Twitter or X, formerly Twitter. He got dragged big time because he posted a picture of him and Elvis side by side and said he looks a lot like Elvis. And the internet.
Who did that? You said who did that?
Trump. And the internet blew up. They blew up on him. He got dragged big time yesterday for that BS. Yeah, he posted a picture of him and a picture of Trump. I mean, of Elvis side by side. Elvis had half of Elvis' face, and he posted half of his face, and he put the two faces together. And he goes, "I look a lot like Elvis." People say, and people didn't appreciate that. He got dragged on Twitter big time yesterday. So, he's a clown.
Yeah,
such a clown.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna close out the show. We have some very sad news. It's always sad when someone passes, and this week we had at least two brothers that passed away. One very well known throughout America. One, I'm sure, in the radio world. I started listening to him after Kevin was raving about, his views on the Black community and Black people and that kind of stuff. I had never heard of him.
Me either until he told us. Yes.
Brought him up.
Information Man, you should listen to him every morning too. Yeah.
Yes, you and Information Man was the first time I ever heard about him.
Yeah.
All of you people, if you get a chance, not if you get a chance, when you have time and you're scrolling on your phone, please go to YouTube or TikTok or whatever and search Joe Madison.
Joe Madison.
No nonsense.
The Black
nonsense. Okay,
he
I heard
around.
his show. Me and my mother watched him. He is no nonsense.
No, he didn't play around. And his main thing was his whole saying was, "What are you going to do about it?"
Yeah. That's right.
Just don't talk. What are you going to do about it? Everybody can do something, to stop this injustice. So yeah, I listen to Joe Madison every day for almost 14 years. I mean, every Monday through Friday for almost 14 years straight. So it was like losing a family member, man. When I heard he passed away, yeah.
So here's Joe Madison.
We're reflecting on the life of a legend. Longtime radio personality and civil rights activist Joe Madison has died.
Yeah, Madison, known as the Black Eagle, died after a long battle with prostate cancer earlier this week. He was 74 years old.
From the White House to Hollywood, tributes poured into social media after the news broke today.
Yeah, our Julia Gonzalez sat down for an intimate conversation with Madison's longtime friend and fellow broadcast legend Donnie Simpson to reflect on his life and career.
I found out that my prostate cancer through a CAT scan and MRI had spread. By December, I had already been 30 days plus into the hunger strike and found out that my prostate cancer through a CAT scan and MRI had spread. The cancer cells had spread to the shoulder and different parts of the body. But the doctor, he's a combination of oncologist and a urologist. Yeah, urologist. So he said, I looked at the CAT scan and he said, it's spread. Now, how do you want to deal with it? And so the first question was, well, does my protest, should I stop the hunger strike? He said, no. That won't. He said, but here's if you decide to go with this treatment, it's hormonal, right? You're going to have to.
It's just me and you. I feel so lost, 'cause I don't know what to do. Now what if I choose the wrong thing to do? I'm so afraid of disappointing you. So I need to talk to you and ask you for your guidance, especially today when my life is so cloudy. Guide me until I'm sure I open my heart.
That was Joe Madison. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Mr. Madison.
Yeah, rest in peace. I didn't know that he was cool with Dick Gregory. He did hunger strikes with Dick Gregory. He
Yeah, they were
did
good.
not
They were
play.
best
He
friends.
had to have a cursing jar because he was cursing out people on his show on the regular.
Yeah.
Don't come on his show talking no nonsense. He will tell you off and then hang up on your ass. I enjoyed him. Thank you, Kev. I know I should have got more into him when you did mention him, but that was so deep how you mentioned, you and Information Man mentioned him, said that he was under the weather. And that he was, that he was sick and he hasn't been on. And he died on the Black History Month.
Yeah, he died. He passed away. Actually, they broke the news on February 1st, but he died on January 31st.
Oh, they died on January 31st. They said he had died on the 1st. Okay, so
Yeah, but so I saw the thing that says January 31st. That he passed away, but his family didn't make the announcement until February 1st that he had passed. Yeah. Real quickly, he did a hunger strike in, I guess, 2001. 73 days he went without eating. And he basically did that because he was pissed at the Republicans for taking away voting rights. They would just passing all these stupid laws down in Georgia to stop black people from voting.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, he went on hunger strike, to fight that. So, and he had cancer while he was doing it. So, he stayed on the hunger strike. Yeah. Joe Madison was a bad dude, man. No doubt. He's gonna be missed, definitely.
A broadcaster has dropped the mic. He has dropped the mic and left, but he left us a lot of information. I'm definitely gonna go back and watch some more with him because I like him. Also, who did something very good for him? Roland Martin.
Oh yeah,
Roland get on my nerves, Uncle Roro. But he did a special to him, and me and my mother was watching it back and forth for 2 hours because they've been working together for years doing broadcasting. And I'm going to get his book.
Oh yeah, he wrote a book. Yeah, Radioactive. Yeah, I'm gonna get his book also. I don't have it yet, so no doubt. Joe Madison, bad dude, man. Rest in peace.
Our condolences to his family, to his wife.
His wife Sherry.
He said she was a ride or die. She rode next to them. They was mad cool, so we send love to them.
Yeah, Sherry was cool, man. Sherry was cool. I don't know what she's gonna do about him, man. They were partners. I mean, she produced his radio show, so they were on the air together every morning, Monday through Friday. So yeah, and his kids are grown. So yeah, Joe Madison, amazing human being, man.
All right.
One of a kind.
Yeah.
All right.
Another brother we lost. So Mr. Carl Weathers.
Everybody here is watching you, 'cause you feel like home. You're like a dream come true. But if by chance you're here alone, can I have a moment before I go? 'Cause I've been by myself all night long, hoping you're someone I used to know. You look like a movie, you sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young.
Today is an incredibly sad day for me. I mean, I'm so torn up, I can't even tell you. I'm just trying to hold it in because Carl Weathers was such an integral part of my life, my success, everything about it. I give him incredible credit and kudos because when he walked into that room and I saw him for the first time, I saw greatness, but I didn't realize how great. I never could have accomplished what we did with Rocky without him. He was absolutely brilliant. His voice, his size, his power, his athletic ability, but more importantly, his heart, his soul. It's a horrible loss. And I'm standing here in front of this painting because it was probably the last moment we were ever in the ring together, and I'll never forget it. He was magic. And I was so fortunate to be part of his life. So, Apollo, keep punching.
He's up! He's up! Damn, Ron, come on! What's the matter with you? Tomorrow. There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow!
It's a great scene, man. Wow.
Yeah, he was
Man.
he's a nice looking man when he was younger, and a nice looking man when he was very distinguished, you know, and he did good. Shout out to you, Mr. Carl
Yeah.
Weathers.
We're amazing people, man. Damn, we're amazing. And how many people we help? Like Sylvester Stallone said, man, what would Rocky be without Apollo Creed? And he's right, man. Apollo
Yeah.
Creed was so amazing in that. I mean, the role of Apollo Creed, Carl Weathers was so amazing in that movie. And his other body of work. He was in Predator with Schwarzenegger. He's done some great work, man. But
You need your black people.
you need your black people, man. We shine all over this damn. We just shine on this shit, man. We're amazing people, man. And we get no love and respect from just the masses, and we're so freaking amazing, you know.
Yeah.
We're
You
so
heard
freaking
Jill said,
amazing.
"What would you do if we wasn't even here? Y'all wouldn't be able to function."
They would have nothing, man. As Godfrey said, we create jazz, blues, rock
Everything.
and roll. All that stuff comes from black people.
Yeah,
You
what they
know,
would do without you, Kev?
even the banjo. What would they do about me? They need me in this.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes. Because I'm not going in there doing no jokes, Kev.
No, I'm definitely doing them. I'm slinging them jokes every weekend.
But you know why though? And I'm serious about this analogy. Like, I think we are seen as a threat because we are so good at everything. We have and we walk the world with such confidence. If we weren't a threat, they wouldn't bother with us.
I don't think we know how powerful we are.
Exactly, Tiffany.
You know, we don't have enough confidence because if we did, we wouldn't be waiting for the white man to chime our checks or say, "Yes, the master, thank you, thank you." No, you have certain people that need that.
Right. You always go after the best. You don't wait when Michael Jordan was playing basketball. Whenever who would the opposing team go after on Chicago Bulls? Michael Jordan. Why? Because he was the best. They didn't give a damn about It's not. They didn't double team BJ Armstrong. None of them. They went after Michael Jordan because he's the best. And I think that's the same thing with black people. They try to keep us down. They come after us. Not only because they don't like, because we just so powerful. Like we walk into a room and command attention, right? You could be in a room with 100 black people and one white person walk in the room. Nobody's gonna stop and look. Or
I don't know what you're talking about. I stop and grab my pocketbook.
Oh,
right. But you walk into a room or you walk into a neighborhood, and every single white person they either stop what they're doing and look around. Now all the attention is on you.
True.
That is 100% true. All the attention is on you. That bothers white people. You know.
It's all good.
So
What can we do? We can't dim our light to make them feel comfortable. And it's so deep because sometimes we do have to dim our light so we can be able to work every day. You understand? Or we need to pay our bills because we don't want them to feel intimidated. Why you think that you see most men on TV, they don't have full beards. They all clean. They want them to be comfortable. They want to feel comfortable. They don't want to feel that bruteness. I'm telling you, it's deep. So I don't have a problem. You don't bother me, I don't bother you.
That's
God
why
bless you.
they try to suppress our greatness. They try to suppress,
and don't dim your light.
Everything we do, we're good at it. I think Spike Lee's one that, when Tiger Woods came into golf, he took it to another level.
That's right.
Serena,
Blasian.
Venus with him, they took tennis to another level. Right? And I mean, those girls were serving at the speed of almost the same speed as men, and that's why the tennis commentators used to refer to them as, used to make kind of disparaging remarks about and
be very racist. They used to call them very horrible names. That's why I don't understand how married a white man. Like, I don't even know how she did it because they treated them so bad as being black women busting their ass in that sport. So
that whole I've thought about that, why she married a white man, and I think it's because subliminally she wants light-skinned kids. She wants kids with the good hair.
Suge Knight said that tonight on his show. Now, I'm sorry, y'all. He got this thing called Collect Calls. And he talked about a lot of that stuff, how a lot of black people are ashamed of being who they are.
I watched that Collect Call. That is great, isn't it?
Yo, it is amazing.
The guy that's in jail?
Yeah, Suge Knight is doing a podcast from jail. He got a podcast from jail. It's called Collect Call. Yeah, they don't show his face. It's animated. Suge Knight, but it's him talking.
Yeah.
And they questions for that call from jail, yeah. And he's spilling the beans on the industry.
He got 28 years in jail. He already did 9 already. So he's not going to get out until he's 70 years old. Wow. So he's just expressing, he said he's telling his story. He's telling what happened because he wants to, he want to give back by helping, but telling the truth.
And he's in Snoop's ass, by the way.
Oh, he said allegedly, he said Snoop needs to produce papers that he bought Death Row. He said he needs to produce papers that says his name on them papers. I was like, oh my God. So, he's coming for everybody.
About black people not liking themselves and
yeah, he talked about that. He talked about the bleaching of the skin, the nose changing, the marrying white people so their kids can be light skinned. He talked about all. Listen, he was in that industry since the late 80s, early 90s. He's been in the industry over 25, 30 years. Yeah. So he knows what's going on. So you got to see it. It's only like 20 minutes, but he says a lot in 20 minutes.
But it's true. You even see like Oprah Winfrey, she wears some glasses on her nose, like to kind of pinch her nose, to make it look smaller.
He said all of them had changes, but she just turned 70 too. She just made 70 this week.
Who cares?
Oprah, yeah.
Kevin's like, who cares?
I don't care either, but hi, Oprah, Auntie O. She's one of the aunties that get on your nerves, like, oh.
Yeah. I'm a fan. But Oprah, if you want to pick this show up and produce it, I'm a fan.
Yeah. So I found this video of Dionne Warwick. She was being interviewed back in the day. And I'm not even surprised by this, though. I'm sure you guys wouldn't be surprised by what she said here.
Oh, God.
But this is, to me,
is this what the F moment with you with the last videos? Because you throw us off.
No, this is Dionne saying something, and I'm sure it's still happening today.
Okay.
Were you ever accused of not being black enough?
Yeah. I usually say, well, I look in the mirror every day and I know what I see.
That's black.
I remember vividly when Alfie came out, and there was a DJ in New York, Rocky G, and I saw Rocky at the Apollo one evening, and I asked him, so why don't you play my records? He said, well, you know, you're just too white for us. I said, excuse me? And finally Alfie had started peaking, and it became the #1 record on his radio station. I called him, said, hey, Rocky, who's that white girl you playing on your station?
So Dion was too white for black radio stations.
Get out of here. You want to hear something? Dang, Dionne Warwick.
She was too white for what? For black stations?
Yeah.
But we had this conversation, 3 weeks ago about Lenny Kravitz. Remember? He said the same thing.
Yeah.
He said the same thing. No love from black radio.
What song did she did that they play at the cookout?
I don't know. She had Walk On By.
Kev couldn't even think about it, could you, Kev?
No, I can't. Walk on by. Walk on
You're
by.
not playing that at the cookout.
No, you're not playing a cookout. Dionne Warwick had a cookout song?
She don't have a cookout song, so she do sing a little white.
Oh, come on, Tiffany. What is that's the show we gotta do, because think
about it. Do she have a song that we can play at a cookout?
That don't make you white. You don't have a song you play.
I'm talking about the sound. I'm talking about the sound of the music, because they said she sound white, right?
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the sound. We know she black. We know who she is. That's Whitney Houston's cousin.
That's
right, next week's show, we got something to talk about.
Okay.
That is weird, though, what you just said, Tiff. I'm startled by that. Because Dionne Warwick is a legendary African American singer.
Right.
Not just a singer, a legendary African American singer. Are you saying she had more white fans than black fans, or is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying.
I'm asking, do you think she do? Or?
Maybe, I don't know, because I wasn't in that era. But we also know that a lot of white people went to concerts more than black people. But I'm just saying, why? If he said that she sound more white, I'm thinking about it. I never heard her at a cookout.
But that's the definition of black, to have your music played.
No, but I'm saying like a song to make you go,
That's
Dionne. That's D. No, I never got that.
Okay. You probably won't get that from. I'm having a brain fart right now, but a lot of artists you won't hear at cookouts.
Anita Baker.
Oh, you'll probably her at a cookout, maybe. I guess
You'll probably hear Anita, but they mixing it. You know, like the DJ is mixing it. Like I said, I never heard. Not saying Dionne ain't the Walk On By is the bomb. You understand? We get it. But I'm just saying, I never.
Yeah, somebody just sampled that, by the way. A rap artist just sampled "Walk On By." Was it
get
sexy?
out of here. That's good for her. Extra money for her.
Oh, it's a good movie. It's a good song. I heard it on the radio. Who was it? I'm gonna find it real quickly. I think it was.
Her name is Doja Cat.
Oh, I know.
Doja Cat did it.
Yeah, "Walk On By." Yeah, and it's actually a good song.
Well, that's good. Doja Cat is a top artist, so that will put money in her pocket, royalties.
Yeah, she just sampled that song "Walk On By." I heard it on the radio.
She's not a Whitney Houston. Like Whitney Houston, you hear her at the cookout. You understand what I'm saying? You hear her. You might can hear Gladys Knight or Patti LaBelle. You understand what I'm saying? But I never heard a Dionne Warwick song popping at a cookout.
Interesting. Very interesting point, Tiffany. Damn,
that's I'm not gonna push back on that too much, because we're getting ready.
You know you from the West Indies. You don't know nothing about a cookout. Y'all be over there making jerk chicken and tig. Y'all be vibing.
You know what's funny? Dionne Warwick was huge. It's huge in the Caribbean, and we never thought of it as like. It just floors me every time when when.
But you know what? Whitney Houston. I watched Whitney Houston documentary. Or it wasn't Whitney Houston documentary. It was a Whitney Houston movie that we watched a couple of months ago. And Whitney went through the same thing, Tiff, that you just said. And she was very upset that she was getting all this hate about not being black enough. It was coming from black people.
Coming from black. Yeah, I heard that.
It wasn't from white people. It was black people And with now, black people right now crown Whitney as the GOAT, right? But you can't find a black person say anything bad about Whitney Houston right now. But when she was first
First
blowing
coming
up,
out.
when she was blowing up, she was getting her ass handed to her by black people.
Yeah,
She
because I
had
think
to try to
she
find.
was pop, right?
She
She
went.
was more pop.
She started out as most black people start as R&B and go to pop.
She started out pop,
She started out pop, but she
which is good.
went to R&B to get the black fans. So she started doing music that she thought black people would like. She went to Clyde and said, "I need some music, something more, soulful," because black people were saying I'm not black enough for them.
And she was black. She's straight from Jersey. She'll let you know she
Exactly.
cuss,
Yeah.
smoke, do everything.
So she was definitely a thug. So
She
yeah,
was a thug.
yep. So that's interesting what you said about Dionne Warwick. And I listen to Dionne Warwick music. I mean, I have a few songs I like by her, but
Music has to be at the cookout to because I was told once I am black because I never watched Boys in the Hood, and I've never watched Boys in the Hood.
you don't watch Boys in the
That
Hood?
don't make you
What
black.
the
My
hell
mother
is wrong
didn't
with you?
see it. And she black. She older than you. No, you black, baby. It's all right. Don't listen to them.
No, I just find it interesting. I find what you said very interesting that about Dionne Warwick's music not being at the cookout, so she can't.
All right, so I got a question for you, Tiff. Before what love got to do with it? Tina Turner wasn't playing at no cookouts either.
No, she wasn't. But we did Proud Mary. What? I mean, somebody was doing this.
Okay. Right, got you.
I would hear Tina Turner before I hear Dionne Warwick.
Right. Interesting.
Country music is black music. Rock and roll is black music. All that music came from black people.
Yeah, but I'd rather hear it from black people to hear the song.
Yeah.
So you'll hear Mariah Carey at a cookout before you hear Dionne Warwick.
Yeah, you sure would. Especially her hip hop, with her being a part of the hip hop and stuff.
Straight up white girl.
That don't mean I'm gonna be dancing off because I'm sorry, Mariah Carey ladies. I was never Mariah was okay. I wasn't.
Did you hear Taylor Swift at a cookout?
No, not my cookout.
No cookout.
If I go to one of my friends' cookout and they playing Taylor Swift, I'm leaving. I'm going over there and I'm slapping the DJ.
If somebody walked in this door right now and had a briefcase with $1 million in it and said, "Kevin, it's yours," name a Taylor Swift song.
Oh my God,
I couldn't do it. I have no idea what she sings. I have no idea what she does on stage.
I have no idea.
I cannot name one Taylor Swift song.
Me either.
Yeah.
Oh, so you won't hear will you hear Roberta Flack at a cookout?
I'm trying to see what song she did that I heard at her. No.
Roberta Flack. Now, her most famous song is a ballad, right? And the one she did with Donny Hathaway. Even that one she did with Donny Hathaway. Beautiful song. That one wouldn't be played at a cookout either, right? Not even for a slow dance. The closer I get to you, when that I'm working.
Listen, if you are playing those slow songs, the party is about to be over. And the next song they're gonna play is "Always and Forever." You remember that's the going home song.
I'm sorry. My go home song was "Do Me Baby" by Prince. I'm sorry. I'm a little different age than you.
Oh.
"Do Me Baby" by Prince. It was time to go. Time to go get your groove on. Time to go get your groove on.
We knew just checked in, said he forgot. So he's just checking in.
Well, you better rewind and see us again and leave a comment.
Scooby is checking in.
Watch Your Show was a good one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're here. That's okay, Scooby. We forgive you.
Yeah, but there's a lot of black singers that went through so much stuff, man. Okay, so you'll hear Donna Ross Donna Ross has enough music.
What?
You'll hear.
I'm coming out.
Yeah, you'll hear her. I guess you'll hear Donna Ross.
You're gonna hear those songs. God, try again.
So Donna Summer. I'm just thinking of black artists, but you won't hear Dionne Warwick song at a cookout. That's interesting.
Scooby wants to know how about Adele. You guys know Adele?
Yeah, of course.
She's
I love
not be
Adele.
playing at my cookout.
No.
We
Okay.
just played Adele on our song 5 minutes ago. Adele was the one singing the song on the Carl Weathers tribute.
Yeah, that's what Scooby just said. I didn't realize that. He said,
Yeah, that's Adele. I know that voice anywhere.
yeah, Scooby says today was the first time I heard you play some music with a white person singing. Would you?
Oh, I like Lisa Stanfield is an awesome white singer. I like what's the young lady that she had her hair tipped to the side?
I like Casey and the Sunshine Band. Scooby, next week I'll play some Casey and the
Amy Winehouse.
I'll tell you off the air. I won't tell you during the show, Carl. I got a KC Sunshine story. I'll tell you after the show. They got me fired. I worked with them
Christina
before.
Aguilera can sing. She can sing.
Oh, she can sing.
That white girl look like she eats black people's food every morning. I'm telling you.
Yeah, she can sing.
Collard greens, fried chicken.
You made me nervous real quickly, Tiff. I know what you're gonna say there.
How about the late great Tina Marie?
Tina Marie was black. Come on, man. Ain't nothing white about that girl.
And Tina Marie, and if she is, she's mixed.
She's white, but Rick James made her black.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's another singing white woman. Sorry. Yeah, we got to give Tina Marie. We already know why she sings like that.
Tim Marie was definitely down with the
We
brother.
salute. If you're an awesome singer, I'm all about singing. If you can sing, I'm gonna give you all the respect in the world. But if you can't sing, because I'm not prejudiced against music.
Right. No.
So Scooby, I don't pick music based off of. I like music that I can move to. That's and if
you can't move to Dionne Warwick.
No. You can maybe grind to her. I don't even want to grind to her.
Now that's Doja Cat is remixing your shit. Because her version is nice.
Yes.
Walk on by. No, I love Dionne Warwick though. I think she has a beautiful voice. She's an amazing artist of our time. She's a legend. She deserves her flowers while she's here, y'all.
She got a lot of records too.
We're not gonna pick on Dionne Warwick.
No, but she has a lot of
different
records.
There's different styles to everything.
Yeah. She put her work in. I have at least 10 albums. One day I'll bring them out and show them to y'all with her on them. She did her work. She did a lot of work for music.
She's
so we gotta definitely give it to her. But like I said, I never heard her at no goddamn cookout.
Well, a lot of people sample her songs too. One of Luther's biggest hits was a Dionne Warwick song. Matter of fact, you can Google after the show. We don't have time to do it now. But Google how many Dionne Warwick songs were done by other artists and became hits. There's a lot of people that have hits that are Dionne Warwick songs. Like I didn't know one of Luther's songs that Luther did. That was one of his biggest hits.
Oh yeah, because that was one of his very close friends.
Yeah. So one of his biggest hits that he had in his career was a Dionne Warwick song. They're actually doing a movie on Oprah. I mean on Oprah on Luther. I'm sorry, I can't get off my mind. Luther got a biopic coming out soon.
Oh, they should. They should do. That's what type of movies they should do. Tell us stories about artists, activists, what they have done. They should do that. So all of these trauma movies, anyway.
People got to support it too. People got to support it. People got to go see the Luther movie. They got to go see this.
No, if it's good and I want to see it, I will go see it. But don't make me drive.
Fantasia is a good artist, but you won't hear her at the cookout either.
Oh, you will hear it's probably one or two songs you'll hear at the cookout with Fantasia. I done heard a couple of songs and they remixed it. Shit. What is Carl remixing?
Carl's remixing over there.
Sorry.
Carl is DJing now. DJ Carl.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. So Scooby says, I don't like Dionne Warwick for the same reason I don't like Winehouse. Yeah.
Amy Winehouse? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. What's the reason?
I don't know. That's all.
No, I'm just saying. What's the reason? Tell us.
Yeah, what's the reason?
Yeah, because I like Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse was amazing.
Yeah, her voice was very soulful, but we also heard her pain too. I think she was trans black.
She was amazing.
She wanted to be black, and she couldn't be black because that girl sung very soulful. I loved it. God bless her soul.
Yeah.
All right.
She's amazing. So okay, so
We're gonna wrap it up. So before we go, of course, Tiffany, anything you learned or want to share today from but
It's just I don't know, people, it's just so much, we want us as black people have empathy and sympathy for others, okay? Because we know how it feels to be marginalized. We know how it feels to be put to the side. We know how it feels. So we have empathy and sympathy for others, but others do not have it for us, okay? So my thing is to each his own. I'm not getting involved with this immigration thing. I'm not gonna be honest with y'all. I can't get involved with it. But all I'm saying is that when you see police get their ass whooped by some immigrants and nobody died, that is a problem for me, okay? Because black men today, they will get killed if they even raise their hand to a cop, and they go to jail for life. So this is a message to us, people, black economics, create your own platform. The voting. Listen, vote for the people that's going to do for you. That's going to be best for you. Yes, we're not going to like all the people that we vote for, because I know I have not liked any of the people I voted for. But we have to vote, so we can be able to show that we are here. We always been here, okay? We say God bless. Please make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure you share and tell everybody about us, the Black Therapy Show.
all right, Kevin, anything you learned or want to share today before we go?
yeah, I just want to say the immigrant thing is complicated. It's not going to be fixed overnight. And if you think Trump is the answer, you have that right. No, I'm not telling anybody who to vote for, but if you don't do your homework, you're going to be in trouble. And anybody watching this show tonight, do yourself a favor in your free time. Sort of strolling through TikTok, looking at booty videos. Go on YouTube, Google Joe Madison, the Black Eagle, and listen to some of his
Yeah, rest in
listen to some of his
peace.
content, uh, and get educated. Because the brother
Yes.
brought the heat, the fire every show. And as he would say, what are you going to do about it?
What you gonna do about
What you going to do about it? So just not don't complain about. Everybody can do something. Don't complain about the plight of Black America, that we don't have this and we don't do this, and that. Everybody can do something. You know, he did a hunger strike while he had cancer. Didn't he for 73 days because he wanted to get the attention,
awareness?
awareness that voting rights are important.
That's
So everybody who says I'm not voting, I'm gonna sit at home and I'm not voting because Democrats don't do shit for me, and I'm not voting because Republicans ain't doing nothing for me. Remember people like Mayor Evers who went out and got himself shot in his driveway while
killed.
his wife and kids were waiting for him to get out of his car, and he got killed. And he was out trying to get people to vote.
The
And Joe
vote.
Madison, who was doing long hours and going on a hunger strike when he knew he had cancer, he should have been somewhere,
Resting.
taking it easy, resting and eating healthy and getting treatment. And he's doing a freaking hunger strike for Black people to have voting rights, and it probably cost him his life. So, um, hey, so next time, remember that for the people out there that don't like to vote or say they're not going to the voting poll in November. That's it. And Carl Weathers, you are an amazing person. Thank you for your talent, brother. Peace and love.
All right. So I wanted to piggyback on what Kevin said. Not voting is not the answer. Voting is an institution that's been around for hundreds of years, and it's going to be around for 100 years more. The only way to get stuff done is to vote. There's no other way around it. You can't bully your way to get stuff done. Voting is the only way. So if you vote, you can make a difference. If you don't vote, you're still going to make a difference, because if you don't vote, you're going to end up with what you don't want, and then you can't complain because you didn't vote. So it doesn't matter who you vote for. That's your choice, but at least vote. I'm not saying vote Democrat. I'm not saying vote Republican, but at least vote. And one thing I'd like to add is I remember back in the day when some Republicans weren't happy with the Republican Party, they started a Tea Party. So if
I remember that.
Remember that. So if if you're not happy with the Democratic Party, start your own party and put your own people in office. You know,
The Tea Party was a brainchild of white America's pissed off about this black guy living at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. But that's a whole nother show.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna take you out to a song by Dionne Warwick that I'm sure when Tiffany hears it, she can cook out.
No, wait, hold on. Somebody in the comment cap said, "What's on your T-shirt?"
On my T-shirt, Black History Month, baby. It's Black History Month. So I got you got Frederick Douglass right there. You got Rosa Parks, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and Harriet Tubman, and Barack Obama, the first African American black president. So it's Black History Month. I'm rocking all Black History Month T-shirts on this show in February. So this is Black History. I'll be rocking all. If you, we only have 4 weeks to do this, so I can't rock all my T-shirts, but I collect a lot of shirts with black people on them, as you probably know if you watch the show. But yeah, that's Harriet Tubman and Rosa Parks, Barack Obama, and Dr. King, and of course Frederick
You got
Douglass.
all of them up there. That's so now y'all see he got the whole Black history on there.
And Frederick Douglass was a Republican, by the way. Was a black Republican, you know. So yeah, but he's rolling over his grave right now at the likes of people like Tim Scott, you know. So
we don't want to talk about those raccoons.
All right, so we're gonna go and like I said, we're gonna take it out with a Dionne Warwick song just for Tiffany. For Black History Month, black people, no fighting, no arguing, just for the month of February, no killing each other. Can we have a moratorium on no black people dying at the hands of other black people?
Okay.
February? Can we?
Good luck with that bullshit. All right.
You know, I try, and this is true. This is how I live. I try to, whatever I can do to make black people's lives easier as I go through my day. I swear I do that. If I can, no matter what it is that I can do, I try to make black people. I don't argue with black people. I don't, you know what I mean? And I mentioned it on the show. I had a certain instances where I got into a little heated, you know, with some brothers, and I kind of, you know, walked away because I'm like, I'm not doing that, because we're all fighting the same fight, you know. So I'm not. And like I said, whatever I can do to make someone's life easier. About last year, I paid for this black lady's groceries. We were at the supermarket, and I think she needed like an extra $20, and she started putting stuff back. I didn't pay for all of them. She needed like an extra $20 or $30, and she was putting stuff back, you know. And I told the cashier, I said, "No, just go ahead, and I'll take care of the rest of it." And the lady looked at me, and you know, I looked, and she had a son with her. She had a kid, you know, with her, and of course, she was putting his stuff back. You know, most of it was his stuff, because I saw the look on his face, you know, and
like, why are you putting my stuff back, Mom?
yeah. So, and I, you know what I mean, would I have done that if that was a white person? I probably would have. Because
we black people are very nice people. We're not bad people. We like everybody. We just get caught out there.
Yeah, I'm sure I would have. If I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination, but if I have enough that I can share, I'm going to share it.
Yeah, you share, because for the grace of God, that could be you.
Absolutely.
That could be I.
Absolutely. All right, folks. Tiffany, you know I love you. Kevin, you know I love you, brother.
Love you, man.
I will see you next Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I paint the town red. Bitch, I I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I paint the town red. She devil, she bad little bitch, she a rebel. She got foot to the pedal. It'll take a whole lot for me to settle. She a devil, she a bad little bitch, she a rebel. She got foot to the pedal. It'll take a whole lot for me to settle. Yeah.
What?
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow. The Black Therapy Show. You be in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We're giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's